Hello everybody, this is Marcus and we are here with a little bit different video this time, as I will be analyzing the first Japanese Wi-Fi VGC16 tournament that has like a report on the Japanese VGC coverage page Esports Runner that I will link in the description. It's a very valuable resource. A friend of mine from Japan, Masa, is mainly running it, and I met him at Worlds. He's a very nice guy, and despite the page being in Japanese, Google Translate does a pretty decent job of translating stuff. But if you are too lazy for that, you can watch this video and my analysis. So all the resources and all the stuff I will show in this video is also in the description, so you can browse there yourself. But so the tournament took place just 3 days ago, actually, on 20th December. It was played on the 3DS, so it was like a Wi-Fi tournament, no in-person, and in total 97 participants, so that's quite big of a sample size, and there was even some real prize money involved, so the participants definitely had some reason to do their best. And here we do see, what the Japanese like to do a lot is when a tournament finishes, they, post tweets from the top finishers, and this is the winner of the tournament, Shin, and he posted that, the basis of his team, or that his team was based off of a team that was actually used in the Generation Showdown and built by another Japanese player. There's also a total report on that Generation Showdown team on Esports Runner. And I will do a showdown live with this team, I think. By the way, I'm a little bit sick, as you can probably tell from my voice. I got a little cold, but this is not stopping me from doing daily uploads, since we already almost made it to Christmas. And also, by the way, hello to a lot of new subscribers, since Aaron Cybertron Zhang gave me a shout out in his last video. I bet if you're subscribed to me, or if you're watching this, you probably already know him, but I'll link his channel in the description nevertheless, and the video I'm referring to, as you already started, or also started with VGC16 uploads. So this is the team, or this was like the basis of the team that Shin used to win this tournament. It's like Trick Room, Primal Kyogre with a lot of defensive investments, so he has like max HP and a lot of defense EVs, and only 76 special attack, which I think is pretty reasonable, as with the water like type attacks, like you have stab, you have rain up if you're attacking, so you probably don't need too much special attack. Then he has Xerneas, you know it, Geomancy, Power Herb, not too much to talk about this. Citrus, Cresselia with Helping Hand, Trick Room, and Skill Swap, so mainly supportive, or like only supportive, and only has like Ice Beam. But I will also be analyzing the finals video, so we will see how this Cresselia is able to turn the tide in that game. Then there was a Mega Mawile that did not have Protect, which I thought was interesting. Weavile. Now, so as I said, the team here from the Generation Showdown is like from February, so like 10 months old. And like the situation for the Generation Showdown was that once you locked in your battle box, there was no way to change your team. So it's a little bit interesting to me that a team that is 10 months old could win that Japanese tournament. But Shin did some switch ups here. For example, the only one that is visible in the finals video is that Weavile did not have a Focus Sash, but in fact it had Life Orb. So I'm not entirely sure why he did that. Maybe he felt like he needed to do a little bit more damage with that Weavile, as he was probably missing some KOs. But so he did not just take the whole team, but he changed it up a little bit. So I'm not really sure what else he changed. Maybe he put Protect on the Mawile, I don't know. The Salamence is Mega and specially based, so max special attack, max speed. And as you can see, it was double Mega, Trick Room option with that Primal Kyogre, it had Xerneas, so pretty interesting team. It was also on that Nugget Bridge thread that I cannot access at the moment because Nugget Bridge is down since they're restructuring some stuff, so definitely keep a look on their Twitter when it's up again, so you will realize it, and then you can like check out the team over there. But back to the tournament. Here is the second place team in that tournament, and it had also some interesting stuff, as we do see the Gengar and Kangaskhan, but it was also a Mega Gengar that, together with Whimsicott, is, yeah, a very feared combination, as you can go for that Encore and Disable shenanigans that we will also see in the finals that I will play right, yeah, like soon. His double restricted mons are Xerneas as well, and we do see a Groudon. So yeah, some I don't know, like sun versus water, like rain action in the finals. He also had the Togekiss and a Kangaskhan, though I'm not sure what exactly he ran on those, but yes, so here is a video of the finals that was uploaded to Masa's YouTube channel. I will also link that in the description. It's a great resource for Japanese tournament games. The VGC16 content just started over there, but if you're still interested in VGC15, then it's definitely something you could watch. And yeah, let's just have a look here at this battle. As you could see in the bottom right, it was just uploaded 3 days ago, so yeah, very up to date. So something pretty interesting in this first turn, as the lead comes out, is that there is no restricted mons on the field. We do have Weavile and Salamence for Shin, and Gengar and Whimsicott for the other Japanese player. I'm not entirely sure what his name is, but I think it's like Air or something. At least that's what it translates to. So we do see the Megas on Gengar and also on the Salamence, I believe, and yeah, pretty interesting situations. Shin did not opt to switch out either of his mons. Yeah, like, it makes sense with what he has in the back, but if you're seeing a Mega Gengar and a Mega Whimsicott and you have Fake Out lead, then something they like to do is just double protect, which is exactly what happens here. So you can sometimes capitalize on that by switching out, but Shin opted not to go for this, but instead he went for, I think, Icicle Crash and Fire Blast into the Whimsicott. I'm not sure about Icicle Crash, but it would make sense since Whimsicott did not Encore the Weavile, but instead it Encored the Salamence in the next turn. And Gengar goes for a substitute, which is interesting. And now Weavile goes for another Icicle Crash, I believe, or maybe he used Knock Off the first turn, I'm not entirely sure, but it takes Whimsicott down to Focus Sash. And right now we can actually see that Shin did some switch ups here, as we do see the Life Orb on Weavile. So Salamence unfortunately misses with Fire Blast. And next turn, yeah, this is what Mega Gengar and Whimsicott is all about. We do see the Encore and Disable on the Weavile, so yeah, right now Weavile doesn't have any other choice but to struggle. And yeah, like, it can't use any move this turn, but next turn it has to struggle. This time though, Fire Blast connects with a substitute of Mega Gengar. Obviously, yeah, takes it out, and yeah, Gengar going for Protect right here. I'm not entirely sure why. I think he could have gone for another Disable Encore onto the Salamence. However, he felt like it was more important to get up that Tailwind, since, yeah, even though Weavile struggles, it's still able to take down that 1 HP that was left on Whimsicott. So, yeah, in hindsight, good play, getting up the Tailwind, getting the speed advantage, and Weavile really taking a lot of damage. That was also boosted by the Life Orb, by the way, so he also took recoil damage from that. So right now, this next turn, I'm not entirely sure why the player on the top did the moves he did. So right now he has the Tailwind up, he has the speed advantage. Weavile is disabled and Encored, but instead of going for, I don't know, like a free substitute with Gengar or a Geomancy with his Xerneas, he goes for Sludge Bomb and Dazzling Gleam to knock out the Weavile and the Salamence. I really think that he could have capitalized on the situation. He had both his opponent's mons trapped in there, so he could have gone for that substitute or for the Geomancy, but I think this is really what hurt him here in the final game, as the last two mons that Shin sent out are Cresselia and Kyogre. So right now still a pretty decent position for the Gengar player, since he will be able to get off that Geomancy right now, and yeah, he should be safe, you know, like switching in his Groudon, so he'll get up the Sun, and yeah, but yeah, as we already went over this, like going over the team that was used in the Generation Showdown, this Cresselia in fact has Skill Swap, so he has a way to still take down that Groudon. And right here, I guess the obvious play is just to go for the Trick Room. And yeah, we do see that Geomancy right here from the Xerneas, Power Herb activating, so he got off that Geomancy, which is definitely nice in this position, especially against two special type attackers, since, yeah, I mean, on top of the plus speed and plus special attack, you also, yeah, get that nice special defense boost. I think Kyogre just went for an Origin Pulse right there, that was nullified thanks to Desolated Land from the Groudon, and Cresselia sets up the Trick Room. So right now, Groudon goes for the Protect here, but yeah, as we said, Cresselia does have Skill Swap, so Skill Swap is its own Kyogre to reset the Primordial Rain, and Kyogre can now fire off that 150 base power Water Spout, since it was untouched the last turn, still full HP. And but we see that, yeah, Xerneas takes this relatively well and is able to fire back with a +2 Moonblast. However, Kyogre now, yeah, also took this quite well. And now I think this is another play I do not agree 100% with, as he withdraws Groudon, which is fine, brings in Gengar to sack it off, but he does not protect Xerneas, and I'm not entirely sure why, because right now Helping Hand Origin Pulse is actually able to knock out both of these mons despite the +2 special defense on the Xerneas. So yeah, he just, I don't know, like, got himself into a position where he lost his Xerneas. I think just protecting Xerneas, sacrificing the Gengar would have been a good play. Then Groudon comes back in, and Cresselia has to waste another turn going for the skill swap and cannot Helping Hand the turn, so you can just dish out some more damage with your Xerneas. And yeah, I don't know, but he probably had his reasons. But right now Cresselia just goes for another skill swap, and yeah, weather abilities, or like, looks like weather abilities activate again, even if they're like on the same mon. So Groudon goes for the Protect here, double Protect in fact, to stall out the Trick Room. But yeah, that's not enough, since Kyogre can just go for another Protect the next turn, and Cresselia will be able to set up the Trick Room once again, and then Kyogre can finish off that Groudon eventually. So pretty interesting game. Cresselia and Kyogre were really able to pull it back here for Shin in this one, but I do think that the Gengar player had all the tools he needed to win this game, but maybe his Xerneas had some crazy moveset with another coverage move, but yeah, like Hidden Power Ground, Dazzling Gleam, Moonblast, Geomancy, but yeah, I'm not really sure. But yeah, Shin wins this game and takes home the tournament, which is definitely interesting. So here, by the way, we also do have like a sheet how the whole tournament went down. Yeah, Shin made his way all the way there. There are also some names you might be familiar with. For example, where do we have it? I think there was Scar, lost in the first round, unfortunately. There he is, 37 on the left. And then there was also like Shinon, who participated in this, and then YT, Japanese player who was at Worlds, and a couple of others. So yeah, this was definitely a tournament where, yeah, like, I don't know, 97 participants, so that is at least something. And so right now we do come to the usage statistics. Very, very nice. The Japanese do that yeah, pretty frequently, uploading usage statistics from the tournaments, and I think it's a very great resource to see what their metagame is about and what people have to expect. And we do see first slot here is not that Groudon that most people predicted to be the most used mon, but in fact it is Xerneas. It is also not Rayquaza, by the way, as we do see it's not even in the top 10, that some others predicted to be so overpowered. But yeah, Xerneas used in 62% of the teams, which is pretty crazy when you think about it, but then again, you only have 12 restricted mons to choose from, and Xerneas at this point in the format, yeah, seems like just a very, very safe choice. Hardly any drawbacks. I mean, you can even go with like Dazzling Gleam, Moonblast. You don't even care about resistances when you're at +2, and Fairy Aura boosted stab moves, so I think it makes a lot of sense. And then, yeah, close after, even still over 50% on the team, is that Groudon. So yeah, Xerneas and Groudon really making up for a lot of teams. There's another interesting statistic table right below that, where it says like which mon was partnered with which other mons, how often. That is also kind of interesting. Then third spot is Kangaskhan. While yeah, it lost out versus those two restricted mons, still the most common non-restricted mon in the format. And yeah, most megas here have been either Kangaskhan or Salamence, or Mawile, or Rayquaza, I believe. And then after that, there's like not a lot coming. So here's Rayquaza at 11th, and then there's like Gengar at 16th. But yeah, no more Megamons coming, and I think that is to be expected, really. So there even any more Megas? I mean, theoretically, Latias and Garchomp could be Mega, but yeah, as you could see, so only 4 different Megas used here, I believe, or like, I mean, maybe some more, but yeah, Kangaskhan, Mawile, Salamence, and Rayquaza are like the main Megas to look into, I would guess. So yeah, this is kind of interesting. Another thing that I thought was pretty interesting is that Amoonguss up on 8th slot. Amoonguss, not something that is used too often in the Western world at this point, I think. But yeah, as the Japanese also value Cresselia very, very highly in this format, and Trick Room in general, I believe it makes sense to have Amoonguss. We did see Scar having Amoonguss on his Generation Showdown team with an interesting moveset, rocking Gastro Acid, I believe, to get rid of abilities, which is definitely interesting, as abilities play a huge role in this format, as they do in any other format as well, but with the Primal Weather abilities, yeah, they're pretty strong, so getting rid of them can open up for cool opportunities. Also, Foul Play, a move that can be used on Amoonguss that wasn't seen too often in the past, but I mean, mainly it lost its like main factor to just switch in and wall the heck out of Kangaskhan Landorus, but yeah, Regenerator is still strong. You can still use Rocky Helmet and Amoonguss in general. Pretty solid choice, I would say. And then, yeah, I went over this Cresselia pretty high up, almost on par with Kangaskhan, since, I mean, of course, you can pair Cresselia with any other Mega as well, as we did see in fact, Chin had Mega Salamence and Mega Mawile, and still had that Cresselia. So, then we do have Thundurus, which is also pretty high up there, still as useful as ever on 1/4 of all teams. Yeah, I mean, T-Wave support, still pretty good. It does have a roleplay, so it can reset the weather abilities, so really nice stuff. And then I'll just go over the mons. I mean, you probably know what they do. Leopard in the top 10, which is pretty interesting. Crobat, that some people have discovered for them in the West as well. Sitting here comfortably at 12th place. Yeah, the usage not that great, but yeah, still pretty high up there for a non-restricted mon. And then we do come to Smeargle, that there was some misinformation on Twitter that apparently, yeah, the rumor was that Smeargle was on like, I don't know, 70 out of 90 teams, but that was in fact not true. So only 13 teams, and yeah, it looks like Smeargle, at least in this tournament, was not as not as relevant as yeah, some people do believe it might become eventually. But yeah, still higher than Aegislash, for example, that yeah, still, I don't know, like, hasn't found its perfect place in VGC16, I think. There is that Sash set from the Generation Showdown with Iron Head, Shadow Ball, White Guard, and Shadow Sneak, which is definitely interesting, but like, bulky substitute variants, I don't know, like, you definitely want to have either Gyro Ball or Iron Head if you want Aegislash to be able to take on the Xerneas, because Shadow Ball and Flashkin are just not doing the trick there. And then we, yeah, like, more frail stuff that can support things. Yeah, we do have that Gengar, probably like a lot of Megas, however, as we saw in, for example, Cybertron's video, Sash Gengar can still also pull some weight here in this format. Yeah, I'm very excited to test Sash Gengar out, since, I mean, I won Nationals with it twice in the past 2 years, so yeah, I definitely at least want to try it out. And then we do have Weavile, which is nice for the fake out and the speed, knockoff always good, ice coverage is nice, and so on. Talonflame, I don't know, I think Talonflame could be a little bit higher, or should be a little bit higher, as I do think Talonflame is pretty strong in the early format. Yeah, paired up with, I don't know, like Groudon, you get the boost on Flare Blitz, and Tailwind is pretty nice, so I like that quite a bit. Yveltal pretty low here, 21st place though, only 7 people used it. I think Yveltal could theoretically also be nice, but I talked about that in my other wits also quite a bit. Then we do have Togekiss, yeah, like after Amoonguss, the second Redirection Mon, and I think Redirection could play a little bit of a bigger role here, but maybe the metagame in Japan stabilized a little bit more than it did on like Showdown or like in the Western world in general. Then we do see Dialga only at 23rd place, so yeah, that is pretty interesting as well. Same usage like between Ditto and Dialga. Ditto can be nice, I guess, since there's so much power going on in VGC16, and since most people do have like 2 primals or like do restricted mons and 1 mega, you have a pretty good shot at transforming into something good with your Ditto. Then Heatran, I don't know, like those numbers are pretty irrelevant compared with the tournament size, but it still like gets at least some usage, and I don't know. I'm not really sure about how good Heatran can be, but yes, and Greninja could probably also be a little bit higher. And then we like see Lugia used 2 times, and you know, like Giratina used once, and not a single Ho-Oh in this tournament, I think, not a single Palkia, and yeah, really centered around those 3, I would say, like Xerneas and the Primals. Yeah, they make up for most teams. Rayquaza, I don't know, like it's up there, but after that there's really like a huge downfall, and then only like Evolgel. So that is the usage stats. As I said, I will link it in the description so you can check out yourself. But here's some other interesting table, which is how often those were used together. So we did see there was 75 Xerneas in total, 51 Groudon, 44 Kangaskhan, 40 Cress. But yeah, what were they partnered with? So out of those 51 Groudons, 38 were on the team with Xerneas. So that is a pretty high number, I would think. And yeah, it looks like Groudon and Xerneas, who would have guessed it, is a pretty strong option in this format. They do, yeah, like the coverage is just amazing, and yeah, but they were also just used pretty often in general, so I'm not, yeah, like, you can definitely see a trend here though, since, for example, Kyogre, that was also used 34 times, only was used with Xerneas in 13 occasions, whereas Groudon was like, Groudon only has like 1.5 times more usage, but was used with Xerneas 3 times more often, so looks like the Japanese players in this tournament felt like Groudon was the better partner for Xerneas. And instead, I don't know, like Kyogre was used more with like Cresselia and Mawile and Thundurus, yeah, like relative to its usage. Yeah, then we do see like all the others, like Kangaskhan, Cress, they can fit on barely, like basically any team, and yeah, my initial prediction that Amoonguss would come pretty often with Cresselia does not prove to be right here, as we saw only see only 7 Amoonguss were used with Cresselia. So out of the 24, they were not mainly used with Cresselia, but with Kangaskhan, Groudon, and Xerneas as well. So, but yeah, as I said, Xerneas, Groudon, and Kangaskhan have a pretty high usage overall, so it makes sense that they are the top partners for most mons. But yeah, it looks like some redirection thing going on. Maybe like Amoonguss plus Xerneas, Rage Powder, and Geomancy could be pretty good, since Amoonguss can also counter the Trick Room that we saw in the finals that gave Shin the game back. Had his opponent had an Amoonguss, so that would have been like a lot more difficult. Then yeah, Mawile, yeah, paired up with Cresselia pretty often, which makes sense. Cresselia sets up the Trick Room for Mawile to sweep. We do see a trend here, as Leopard comes with Mega Salamence quite a bit, and more often than with Kangaskhan. Yeah, I think that makes also sense. Leopard and Salamence, something that was also seen in the 2015 format, as for example Frederica in his Nationals team also used a combination of Fake Tears, Leopard I believe, and Special Mega Salamence. So yeah, this table also pretty interesting, but moreover you do have the full list of all teams that participated in it, and don't get fooled the way I did, where I thought this was the first place's team and this was the second place's team, and I was like, wow, Rayquaza is so good here, yeah, doing so well, but then it turned out that it's just like a list of all teams. Excuse me. And then yeah, because then I like went a little bit down and I saw like 9th place with a chalk team, and I was like, oh my gosh, like how is this possible? How could someone get 9th place with a chalk team? But yeah, as I said, it turned out that they are not in any specific order, but probably just like in the order how the participants, I don't know, like registered or anything, but yes, so you can like look over them. It has like 92 out of the 97 people that participated in this tournament, and there are some interesting teams, definitely. I saw one that was heavily focused around Xernia, so that I thought was interesting and had only one restricted mon. We do see here, this is most likely like assist Dark Void with Giratina O for Shadow Force, and then Mega Lucario for Focus Punch and Mega Medicham for Focus Punch. So that is interesting. Here's like a dedicated Trick Room team. I don't know. Here's the Xerneas one. So I'm guessing this is like heavily centered around Xerneas, going for maybe even multiple Geomancies. But yeah, you can check out all those teams. Maybe there's something that interests you. We do see Mega Skepta here, as well as some other stuff. So yeah, check them out. Once again, Esports Runner is the website. It'll be in the description. So yeah, you can check it out there. And yeah, I think this will be it for this tournament. We did see some interesting stuff going on. Amoonguss being pretty high in this tournament. The finals was pretty close, but in the end, the Kyogre team was able to get the victory here. And I will also leave Shin's and like the Twitter handles of the top 4 in the description. And yeah, if you like this and if you would want to see more videos like this, I'm not sure if you are interested in like Japanese meta coverage, then let me know by leaving a like or a comment. And if you, I don't know, just want to support me, you can like this either way, even if you didn't like it. But then definitely comment. I don't know. Yes, so I will try to keep uploading stuff until like Christmas, but I will be off for the Leiden regionals in Netherlands, which is my last VGC 15 tournament. And yeah, I do want to do well there, so I have to still prepare a team, as I did not put too much thoughts into that, as I was sick the last couple of days. But yes, so then there won't be any videos, but then I don't know, like holidays are always a little bit busy, so yeah, I'm not sure, but there will definitely be like at least 1 or 2 more videos before Christmas. So thanks a lot for watching, and see you soon. Bye.